As you all know, I was planning on entering the Abyss immediately following the first round of the Sasquatch arena. I was going to grind for Sasquatch as a 5-star, awaken him, sig him up, take him to rank 5, and mostly use him as a synergy partner to Sabertooth. Sabertooth was going to be my main clearing champion. But there's some fights in there that Sabertooth can't handle. There's a couple of fights on the easy path where ideally you're using a Mystic champion. And because Sasquatch is already on the team taking up one of my 5 slots, I don't really have room to include another Mystic. So Sasquatch was going to be that answer for those couple of fights. That's why I wanted him as a 5-star. And I recorded a video ranking up as many champions as I could, preparing for the big grind. And as a little bit of a joke, I pinned a comment saying, Sasquatch better be real. Turns out, my friends, that Sasquatch is not real, at least not when it comes to the arenas. His arena has not been cancelled, but it has been postponed due to some server stability issues. And that leaves me in a little bit of an awkward spot. See, I've been planning for this Abyss run for a while. The Abyss is not something that you just hop into on a whim. I mean, maybe some people do, but it's likely going to cost you a lot of units. I'm trying to save units, man. I've been farming resources. I've been farming revives and saving them from any place that I can possibly get them, including Marvel Insider, which is why there's a whole bunch that are going to expire all around the same time. I've put in a considerable amount of effort into farming potions from Realm of Legends. I have even more revives over here. Of course, these have a bit longer of a shelf life on them because I haven't claimed them just yet. But many of these revives, they're going to expire pretty soon. Depending on how long this Sasquatch arena is postponed for, I could be out of these resources, which is a bit of a double loss. You know, it takes some time to farm these things, and they also have a real unit value to them, where if I lose these resources and then have to spend units on the revives, it's just not something that I want to do, of course. Now, although the situation is a bit frustrating, what can I really do about it? It's not like it's a design decision that I can critique Kabam about and say, I think they should have done this differently. I mean, obviously, they don't want the servers to have issues. And I'm sure they're working around the clock to get things fixed. So what is sitting here complaining really going to do? They're already working as hard as they possibly can, I'm sure. And complaining is not going to extend the duration, extend the timer on these resources that are expiring. So instead of sitting here and complaining, I think what I need to do is play like a champion. No excuses. Get the Abyss done anyway. Just come up with a new plan. Question is, what is that plan going to be? Well, Sasquatch, he still exists in the crystals. I mean, maybe. Looking at these drop rates, I don't know about that, man. The drop rates, they're so low, and I need at least a bare minimum of the 4-star version to even have that synergy for Sabertooth. But of course, the 4-star version would complicate things as well, since, as I said, I want to use the 5-star version for a couple of the fights in the Abyss. If I dump all of my units into these cav crystals, even if I open up all of my battle chips to get more units, the odds are I still don't pull a 5-star Sasquatch, and I have a slim chance at getting the 4-star. It's just not the best option. I don't think it's the best option. So, what other options do we have? Well, the thing about it is that Sabertooth, you know, he's only going to be good for one path. That's why I stopped at rank 2. Thank goodness, man. if it turns out I took this guy to rank 3 and I couldn't get a Sasquatch, that would have been, that would have been devastating. But anyway, turns out he could only really be useful for one path anyway. And although I would have loved to do that first path and have the 1 in 6 chance of pulling a skill awakening gem to rank up my Aegon, or I'm sorry, to awaken my Aegon, and of course have all the 6-star shards to have more chances at pulling an awakening Aegon, or just pulling other champions that can assist me. I want to do that. I want to wait until after this season, where I'm likely going to be getting 3 more 6-stars to pop open, assuming that we qualify for the Masters bracket. You know, all these things, they certainly could have helped for making the other paths, the more difficult paths, an easier time. But again, we're not in this ideal world. We're not following those plans any longer. So the new plans, I think, is to maybe use someone like Colossus, maybe plan a path around Colossus. I don't know how it's going to work out. You know, there is the other option of, you know, finally awakening and ranking up Star-Lord, who I refused to awaken a long time ago, back when Labyrinth was the content that I was planning on clearing. Maybe it's finally time to awaken this guy, sig him up, take him to rank 5, use him. But I really don't want to do that, so I'm working on a plan. I don't really have all the info to share with you guys. We just found out today that Sasquatch's arena is going to be postponed. We don't know how long it's going to be postponed for. I'm hoping that, you know, Kabam could figure out these issues. Like I said, man, there's no sense in really complaining about it. It's just a matter of what is my next move, figuring out that next move. And, you know, maybe I'll talk to MSD, talk to Lags, see what the experts have to say, what they think is going to be possible. And then I will keep you guys up to date on it. But if I am going to be taking a harder path, that means that I need to double down on increasing my stash. This is not a time to lighten up on the grind. This is a time to go even harder. And I will likely be streaming some potion farming as a result. So stay tuned for that. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, I'll update you guys as soon as I have more info. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.